Hello everybody, I am Shepard and welcome back to Let's Play Alien Shooter 2 Reloaded. So we have to find a host computer and basically deactivate the self-destruct function. And the problem is that once we get so far into this, we will have this problem of a time limit, which is something I don't really like. I've spoken about it before, particularly when it was a case in Zombie Shooter 2. For any of you that have seen it, I absolutely hated it in that game, and I'm going to pretty much hate it again. It is because of it. It makes this level quite difficult and quite annoying. But there's nothing you can do about it. The jackhammers helped with the fact that it will indeed help. Oh god, here we go, secret area here. But once that timer starts, we've really got to fucking move. Because if you don't, you're gonna be in deep shit pretty fucking quickly. No, I'll leave that one. I've got a better one on me at the moment. Yeah, just to get back to what I was sort of talking about in the last episode before I ended up having to finish. I was saying about two other YouTubers that kind of do Let's Plays in a similar manner to myself. One is the very popular Cryotic. He does a lot of different games. He doesn't just stick to one genre. He does all sorts of different ones. He does Telltale games. He does Vampire. He did Vampire the Masquerade, I think it's called. He did He did some of Catherine, which is a weird game. He's done a few different types of games. He does a lot of different ones. He doesn't just stick to one genre, which I am pretty much the same. I can't stand just sticking with one particular genre, and he's pretty much the same. And he's really good at doing Let's Plays. He's got a very unique personality to him. He's really fun to watch, and he's one of these that has a very unusual voice as well. He doesn't use cameras or anything like that. He doesn't use the face cam like a lot of them use. He just literally just commentates, much like myself. That's a choice of his own, of course. Yeah, he's got this very unique voice as well, and he does very well with his Let's Plays. He does really well. He also does a series called Cry Reads, I think it is, and he reads various stories and the likes that people submit online and things like that. He does that every now and then as well, and he's a very unique Let's Player in many senses. He's not your traditional Let's Player. Which is kind of the way I am, in a sense. I wouldn't call myself a very traditional Let's Player at all. I have my own sort of unique way about doing Let's Plays. I would not call myself kind of very traditional. What I would consider a traditional Let's Player would be somebody that sort of sticks with one genre. Between 95 and 99% of the time they'll stick with one particular genre. A lot of the top YouTubers do this, such as the likes of PewDiePie, Markiplier, Yami Mash is the same, though he's kind of gone off the horror genre lately. But most of them kind of stick with the horror genre. They don't really move from that genre very often. was the likes of Cryotic do. He does all sorts of different games, and he's very enjoyable to watch. He's just a very unique sort of Let's Player. Like you won't find another like him. He's a very good Let's Player. Another one that I find is very like that as well is a British Let's Player, and I can never pronounce his name properly. I think it's Kolosko or Koloski or something like that. It starts with K-I-L anyway, and he's kind of forte is older games. He does mostly games from the 90s and between early 90s, early 2000s. He does those kind of games. Now, this part is really difficult. I could end up dying here very easily. So these damn teleporters.
Teleportation. Destroy them quickly. If you don't, those monsters will keep appearing.
Sorry, I've lost my train of thought now because of these bloody teleporters. I can never pronounce his name, but if you type in KIL followed by XCOM, you should be able to find him. He does a lot of he does the older XCOMs, he does other games as well. But he doesn't stick to just one genre. He does a lot of different older games, but he mixes up the genre quite a lot. He does a lot of point and clicks as well, like The Legend of Kinnerth, I think is one is called. I think he's done all three of those. I think there's 2 or 3, I'm not sure how many exactly, I think there was. He also does the odd occasion mods as well. He plays older mods. He did one that was a Quake 1 mod, which was called, I think it was called Havoc or Manic or something like that. I can't remember the actual name of it. And it was really good actually. It was different. It was basically a whole game made on Quake 1 engine as a kind of a mod for Quake 1. It was really good. It had voice acting and everything. It was quite a good game. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. And he does a lot of the XCOMs.
How you have gotten this far? You stop not us. You die, human trash.
There we go. That's the big baddie. Here we go. Any chance of somebody letting me out, maybe? Come on, this is unfair.
The self-destruction routine has been activated. It looks like 2 processing units are running the program. Destroy these units and I can deactivate the self-destruct sequence.
Well, can I get in there and get those boxes, please?
Use some dynamite. That should do the trick.
This count as a bloody secret place. Right. We need to get a move on. Shit, which way do I go? It doesn't matter, does it? Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, he's really good because he does these older. He does a lot of these older games, and he does them really, really well. He does a lot of the XCOMs. He does the UFO series as well, which is not very popular, but they were nevertheless quite good games, and he does them too. So yeah, you should definitely check them 2 guys out. They're really, really good Let's Players, and I find them. Like everybody's to their own, but I personally find them quite interesting because, again, I don't like to watch the same thing over and over again. I like to see a variation in Let's Plays. Like I said, like a lot of YouTubers, they kind of they stick to what they know, and they kind of don't leave that little comfort zone of that particular genre that has brought them their success. They stick to to what it is that gave them their initial success, which was 9 times out of 10 the horror genre. So they just stick to that. It's not a genre I do enough of, to be honest. I should probably do a little bit more of the horror genre, but the thing about me and horror is that I don't think horror is what it used to be. I don't particularly like the direction that the horror genre has gone, not just in games, but in movies and just in general. I don't like just the direction that it's gone in, so the horror genre is not really one for me. But I've done one or two, and you know, I'll do more as time goes on, without a doubt. But you know, it's just something that I like about those two particular Let's Players. They're not afraid to try out new games. They're not afraid to, you know, go outside that box, and that, you know, they don't just stick to that one genre. They like to vary it up a bit, and I really like that about their channels and their Let's Plays. I really do enjoy them. I'm carrying way too much ammunition. But yeah, you should definitely check them out if you like Let's Players, and you'd like to see some different ones that kind of don't quite go by the traditional way of things. But a lot of them kind of just stick with that one genre, I've found. I have to say that Yami Mash hasn't really done that lately, but he's kind of varied up his game a bit as well. He plays a lot of very small and very strange and unknown games lately. That I don't even know how he finds them half the time. They're fucking bizarre, some of them that I've seen. But I enjoy watching Let's Plays of different YouTubers, you know, so it just kind of, just to see like how others do with their channels and everything as well, and it's really good. There we go. Right, at least that's that over with. There's nothing worse than fucking that. At least it wasn't like in Zombie Shooter 2 where you were right down to the wire.
You canceled the self-destruct sequence. No disintegration on the menu today. Get back. I've got more work.
This guy is terrible. Right, okay.
Excellent work. With your help, it looks like we finally have a handle on this hellhole. You've helped us gather all the necessary information we needed. But Kate Leah's been abducted by those assholes. Here's what I think. I'll bet you a month's pay these alien freaks have some kind of leader controlling their actions. You might have noticed some of these things look like, well, dinosaurs. The eggheads around here think they are reincarnations of life that existed millions of years ago. Sounds like garbage to me, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Those Magma Energy Corporation talking heads are hiding information from us. I can feel it in my bones. Based on what little information we do have, we have no choice to pursue it on our own terms. They aren't going to help, but we can't turn our backs on this threat. Let's move forward with what we have. Nicholas is waiting in the car. Move out. I'll follow you later.
Alright. We're not going to quite finish this level yet, because if you remember, we couldn't enter the arms workshop earlier on, further back here, so we're going to do that before we leave. But yeah, check them guys out anyway. they're pretty good Let's Players. I enjoy watching them anyway, and I'm sure you guys would too. Now I need to. It's hard to kind of maneuver around this area, so I just need to find my way around. There we go. But yeah, they kind of remind me of myself in a sense that, you know, they don't like to stick to any one genre. I like to mix it up, so I'm probably gonna do something a little bit different after this. Once I finish doing the shooter series, I'll probably. It's been a while since I've done any first-person shooters. Like the last time I did a first-person shooter was a game called Gore. I've said this already, and it was very, very short, so it didn't really, you know. I did it as a kind of a break during RPG season, and I didn't really get kind of enough out of my system. It didn't fulfill my need for first-person shooter bloodlust. I need something else, so I'm probably going to do something a bit different. I'm going to hit kind of two birds with one stone, and I'm going to probably do Clive Barker's Undying. It's a different beast of a game. It's a mixture between horror and first-person shooter all at once, and it's a really, really good game. So I'm probably going to do that. I just need to find a health station. I need to get some health very quickly. There's one back up here. I thought there was one at the entrance, but there's not. Hold on now, there should be one up here. But yeah, on Clive Barker's Undying, it was written by Clive Barker, who was the creator of the first three Hellraiser films back in the 70s and 80s, and in the 90s he kind of late 90s he sort of started getting involved with the gaming industry a bit more, and I'm not sure if Undying was his first one, but it was definitely his most popular one, and it's really good. It's got sort of it has horror mixed in with your typical first-person shooter sort of fighting, but it does it in a very, very unique way. It's a very unique game. You won't find another one like it, and it's fucking hell of a lot of fun to play. It really is a hell of a lot of fun. So I'm probably gonna do that after I'm done with the shooter series, at least for the moment. But it's one I've been looking forward to doing for a while now. It's just I've been so tied up with Let's Plays lately because of RPG season, and you know I'm fixing up others that I'm finishing. Oh, bollocks! I didn't want that to happen. I'm sort of fixing up those that I haven't finished yet as well. So once all that's done and I've got the computer wiped and everything reinstalled, I'm gonna go give that a shot and do a Let's Play of that, I think, because it's a very unique one, and it was one that did horror in a strange way. Like, Barker was a master of horror back in his day. Like Hellraiser was something that had never been seen before, and it shocked people. It really did. It was a real video nasty in its day, and
Production workshop NG2. Production unknown weapon. Customer DC New World Order shutting down.
And yeah, I just can't wait to give it a go. I played through it sometime last year in my spare time, and I really enjoyed it because it was the first time I'd ever played it, and at first I was a little bit iffy about it at first, but as I sort of played through it and got to know it and know the ins and outs and the story as to what was going on, it became really interesting and really good. So yeah, I'm planning on doing that anyway. It's not a hugely long game, but it would be enough to get the whole first-person shooter. You know, the idea of doing a first-person shooter, let's play out of my system for a bit, because it's long enough to do that. Because it's been a long time since I've had a really good go at a first-person shooter. Because, you know, my Let's Plays have mostly consisted of RPGs and the shooter series, Sigma Team shooter series. So it'd be nice to have a little bit of a change, and maybe after that I might do a point and click adventure and see how I get on with that. It'd be something different to my normal. But at the same time, I'm going to keep going with Malevolence as well. I might do a couple of. I've downloaded a couple of custom dungeons for Grimrock as well, which I might do as a kind of finalization as to whether Grimrock was a worthy purchase of mine or not. Like, even though I don't like Grimrock, that's not to say I'm not going to like one of the mods, because the mods is the last thing that's going to save Grimrock for me. So yeah, I have plenty to do, there's no doubt about that, and there's plenty of Malevolence still to do, because Malevolence is just constantly updated with new features and the likes, you know, and like even the guides that I do, they have to be updated every so often. Like, look at my first steps into Acronauts video. I've done 3 different versions of them now, because the game is constantly changing. So I have to do different videos each time, you know, because the game varies and things like that. So new stuff is added, and you know, changes are made, and I have to change it. So, you know, I'm extremely busy doing one thing or another. But yeah, I'm gonna sort of change up my Let's Play genres a little bit, because I feel I've been playing maybe too much of one particular genre lately. Like, you know, I've been playing an awful lot of, as I said, I've done an awful lot of RPGs, I've done an awful lot of shooters, you know, action shooters, not first-person shooters. So it'd be nice to do maybe one first-person shooter, one decent lengthwise first-person shooter, then do, you know, maybe a point-and-click adventure, and then maybe do an RPG of some kind, you know, all the while still doing Malevolence, of course. So, you know, just to you know, vary up things a little bit. Hold on now, we've just leveled up. I didn't really want to lose those lives, mind you, but not really an awful lot I can do about that right now. Okay, I've got no lives left. That's cool. No need to worry about that. We'll still survive somehow. Right, let's get the hell out of here. I think I've found all the secrets, or at least most of them. I've found most of them. Right. Okay, before I go anywhere, I'm going back to the shop, because it's going to be a little while before I find one again. Okay, so I want to repair that. I want to sell that. Sell the flamethrower, because I don't use it on the burner. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell the freeze cannon, because I don't really use it. I'm going to sell all that. Sell all the flamethrower ammo. Sell rocket launcher ammo. Sell that. Sell the machine gun ammo. That machine gun's not going to be worth shite. Sell all that. Right, there's a shitload of ammo back here. Sorry now, I know I'm... Can I go back? They're not letting me go back. Bollocks. Oh well. Okay, let me just make sure I've got enough of everything now. Okay, I wanna... I wanna load up on ammunition before I go. So I'm gonna fill up my shotgun ammo anyway. Jackhammer's the best I have at the moment, isn't it? It's the best I can get, yeah. Okay. Right, I'm gonna sell that pistol. And I'm gonna get this one. This is the best one in the game. Or at least that you can buy. You might be able to find better ones like you were able to in Zombie Shooter 2. I'm gonna keep that with me. I might get a better piece of armor too, actually. It's just that it is gonna be a while before I find... Yeah, I'll wear that. It might be a while before I find another shop, so... I've just gotta be prepared. There we go. Alright. Is there any boxes or crates or anything out here that need to be blown up or anything? No? Have a look over here. Any secrets? A few bits of shotgun shells there. If only I'd known that beforehand. That seems to be pretty calm. There's a thing here though. Hello. Anything else down here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. I don't remember that being there before. But I might be wrong. Alright, I think we're good to get out of here now. Hang on. Anything along here? No. No.
Check out this assault vehicle. Family fun and massive firepower in one package.
Good
There's
stuff.
a secret entrance to the base, but a lot of those little freaks are running around. Use the car. Mow them down.
I
One
will.
more thing. We've intercepted some weak signals on our frequency coming from inside the second base. They might be from Kate's personal sensor. Perhaps she's still breathing. I don't want to think about what those things could have done to her. You've got to keep an eye out for Kate, please.
Yeah. Sure thing. Right. Alright. I'm gonna leave it here for this part, guys. So, I shall see you in the next one. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and have fun.